So Clay decided one Pathfinder wasn't enough. There it is.
Come on, are you kidding me, dude?
They call me a fishy queen. Ready for the tarpon show, guys? Are you ready? I'm ready. There he is!
Wow.
Woo-hoo-hoo. I guess you can't do this with like small fish.
What are you trying to say?
That's a good thing I caught this fish. So here we have it. We have two. We actually have Pathfinder's brand new 22 model.
What do you think?
I think it's nice.
I think it's nice too. It's awesome. They basically took one of the most popular bay boats in history and redesigned it to just make it that much better. And the legacy continues with the 22, but completely redesigned. They brought this boat down here for us to do some testing, shoot some content, and of course, we still have the 24. This is gonna be our camera boat for the day. Gonna be borrowing this one for a little while, and just such a cool opportunity to be in this boat and get to really see what it's all about and share that with you guys. Want to crank it up and I'll untie? She purrs. How's it feel?
It feels good. Da-na-na-na-na. I knew that it would now. I like this screen too. What is this?
That's a 16.
Yeah.
16-inch screen.
Nice.
We got the motor guide trolling motor. Then we got 10-foot power poles in the back.
Dual.
Dual.
All right, the glasses are going on.
Let me drive. I want to drive it.
Yeah, drive it. Drive it. Drive it like you stole it.
So we just pulled up to our bait spot here. We're getting closer to the fall down here in the Florida Keys, and it's much easier to find bait this time of year. It gets very difficult in the summertime.
Yeah.
This boat has two 35-gallon live wells in the back. My goal is to fill up both of them. Easier said than done some days.
And the thing is about bait, and I've said this before, is you can go to one spot and find the bait there, but the next day they may be gone. So you can never like pinpoint an area.
Yeah, but we've been having a really hard east wind, so I'm hoping that these baits have stayed in the same spot, just because that wind kind of holds them in place. So we're just gonna give it a shot, put down the trolling motor, and see what we can come up with. Hang a left. All right, stop it.
Stop it, you stop it.
All right, so we just found the bait, and right now we're at a dead low tide. So typically on these very low tides, these baits like to sit in deeper water, and that's exactly where we found them. We're just following the edge of this grass flat here, and then it drops off into a channel, and they were all just hanging out right inside of this channel here.
Huh. Do I see some bait? Corn makes a whiskey, whiskey makes my baby get a little frisky.
Who sings that song?
Yeah, I know, I'll leave it to him. One step ahead.
I'm just kidding, that wasn't a bad cover. You're doing great there.
Yeah.
We got them good, baby. We got them real good. Lids are nice and large too, so that way you can fit the entire net in there.
Toss it. Yeah. That's it, we're good.
We're good to go. So we got two 35-gallon live wells full here in the transom, and it's kind of nice because coincidentally I did two throws. In the first throw, we got a lot of small baits that we Christmas treed, unfortunately, that you guys saw. And then I did another throw, and then we got a bunch of big baits. So what's nice about having two different live wells is we could separate the small baits from the big baits we're gonna use those small baits to live chum, and then we're gonna use the big baits to actually try and catch the fish. Really loving the boat. I forgot how nice it is having lower gunnels when it comes to taking the bait net over the side of the boat and into the live well, but hopefully we get to put the lower gunnels to use when we're fishing today.
Yep, we're gonna be targeting some tarpon. And what's nice about it is this time of year, they're kind of smaller.
Yeah, the fun size, we call them.
Yeah, so it's fun to like pull on them because sometimes when they're too big, it's just, you're working them for like a while. And it's just, this one I can handle, right?
Yeah.
We've got like some good 5 to 10 pound tarpon that are rolling around here.
Yeah, no better way to spend the day. Whenever you're using a trolling motor, you want to try to trim your engine up just a little ways out of the water. Not all the way, but just enough to eliminate some of the drag from the lower unit being in the water. But the key is not to trim it all the way up out of the water, because when you do that, basically it's gonna allow the boat to swing real easy. Say for example, once you put the trolling motor on spot lock. So that's a good little tip. Always try to trim it out a little bit, but not out entirely.
Look at these mangroves. Will you keep them?
Yeah, I'll keep a mangrove. Get them out, get them out. Get them out, Stephanie.
I'm going.
Just
this
words
is
of
big.
encouragement. Big mangrove snapper. I think that's what it is. It's a really big mangrove snapper. That thing's a beast.
Yeah, he is.
Oh my.
Dude, he's big. I don't think I've ever seen one that big.
Yeah, I think it's like one of the biggest mangrove snappers you've ever caught before.
Keep him. Wow,
Stephanie.
that's big.
That's like a 16-inch mangrove snapper right there. Maybe even 18.
That's a big mangrove.
Stephanie, I think that's one of the biggest mangrove snappers I think you've ever caught before. So just so you guys know, mangrove snapper need to be 10 inches in order to keep. No, I think he's 18 actually. Yeah, he's 18 inches. So this is the same exact size as a legal mutton snapper. That's wild. All right. Hey, good job.
You're welcome.
Well, at least someone around here knows how to catch a fish. So whenever I hook these baits, I don't like to waste any time at all. And it's a very fast process. First thing you want to do is try to pick one bait. You want to try your hardest not to pick multiple, because the more time that these baits spend in the net, the more likely they are to die. But it's quick as this. You just want to grab it, control the bait, bottom lip out through the top, back in the water. So that way that bait's not suffering. And then I always like to take the extras, walk to the front of the boat, or I'll just do it from right here, and just throw out some freebies up inside the mangroves.
Hey, Clay. What's going on? Speak English?
No speaking English.
I have to give myself a break so you can catch up. There it is.
Come on, are you kidding me, dude? Seriously.
I'm just gonna sit here and watch
I'm
you.
so pissed right now.
I think I just got picked up.
Oh, real?
Hold on.
That's what you do, and then you put on a new bait.
Is that what you do?
Yeah.
Thank you for teaching me how to fish.
If you listen to me, you'd be better than me at fishing.
Well, I already am, and I don't have to listen, so. You on?
Got a tarpon, I think. Or a nurse shark. I think I got an, oh, tarpon.
Oh, tarpon. Good job.
Woo-hoo.
Get that.
Thing is, if we can keep them on, I'm trying to go
here.
right under the boat. Oh,
There he is.
Came off.
He's just right over there.
Yep.
Bye, tarpon.
Pulled the hook. So I get people always asking me for fishing spots, and I'd be crazy to give away all of my fishing spots. But on the other hand, I have no problem sharing with people the things that I look for based on how to catch fish. Because here's the thing, if you're really serious about it, you're gonna figure out how to do it one way or another. But you know, what makes this spot right here significant, you know, these mangroves, they serve as structure for all these little juvenile tarpon, mangrove snappers, snook, Goliath groupers, who knows what else is down there, but this is what they call home in their juvenile stages. And another big thing right here is we have current. The current sweeps through all types of bait, pilchards, glass minnows, and basically all these fish have to do is hide in the mangrove, stage up, wait for something to come by, and it's an easy meal. And then another thing too, obviously, just scan around, look at what's going on. Sometimes you'll see fish popping up on the surface in this clear water, and it's really as simple as that. Just waiting here, being patient. You know, some days we come out here 2-3 days in a row, we don't catch anything, but today is one of those days where it's definitely a little slow, and this is the reality of it.
Look at all these mangroves, man.
There's a nice sized mangrove right there too. We got them out.
What is it?
Nice mangrove snapper.
Nice or sardine size?
It's not as big as yours, but
okay, well.
It'll do for me.
Okay.
Should we keep another one since we kept yours? Why not, right?
Yeah, but check to make sure that thing's legal. It looks like a baby.
Come on, man. Thing's like a 14-incher.
All right, let's check. I guess after you catch a big mangrove, they look small. Anything after that. No, that's a big one too, actually.
He is 14, right on the money.
Good.
Look, I may not be able to catch the biggest fish, but I at least know how to tell if they're legal or not. Something I love about sticking these guys in the live well is, say for example, at the end of the day, you catch, you know, say mangrove snapper that are bigger than these, and you're feeling a little lazy and you don't feel like filleting them, you can always release them if need be. But we're more than likely gonna keep these guys, and I don't know if we're gonna catch one that's bigger than the one that Stephanie just caught, but just always something nice, you know, just in case you don't bring a bunch of ice on the boat to ice your fish down, preserve them, you can always stick them in the live wells. And you know, pretty big live wells, as you can see, you know, we have 2 mangrove snappers in here that are just fitting in here just fine.
Clay, what's your best childhood memory in the Keys?
Best childhood memory in the Keys? When I was little, my dad loved going to Holiday Isle, just eating lunch. So him and I would just take the boat, we'd run over to Holiday Isle, we'd eat lunch, and that was about it. But I loved it so much because I just loved being on the water. I loved being on a boat.
I was actually raised here in the Keys, kindergarten all the way through high school. I went to school in Miami, then I came right back to the Keys, and honestly, it's the best place in the whole wide world. So for those of you that do not know, I am a realtor at Coastal Realty of the Florida Keys. And I have a lot of clients that come down here, and the one thing I always hear is like, as soon as they're out on the boat, doesn't matter, nothing matters, because they are just in complete, just pure calmness and just in serenity, enjoying everything that it has to offer.
And you know what's so cool about the Keys today versus back in the day is the infrastructure. You know, it's so much easier to start a life and, you know, be sustainable down here more than ever. And that's something that I love about our channel more than anything, is we get to teach people based on how to have respect for this place.
You know, it just so happens that they call me a fishing queen. The fishing queen. Ready for the tarpon show, guys? Are you ready? I'm ready. There he is!
Wow.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
Point that rod. Once you feel him starting to come up, raise your rod tip, and then when
He's
he jumps,
a big one.
That's a nice one. There you go, good job. But try to keep your rod tip a little higher so that way you can really point to him. He's got a lot left in him,
I know,
too.
that's why
Be ready to run around the boat if need be.
Okay, hey Clay, he's kind of like tired.
Is he?
Yeah, you wanna come over here?
Trust me, he's got more in him than
He's
that.
just floating.
Okay. He's gonna go again. Loosen your drag a little bit though, now that we have him boat side.
Yeah.
He's about to chafe off, that's the thing.
Woo! Look.
Nice. Good job, Stephanie.
Come here, baby.
Talking to me or the fish?
No, you.
Nice job, Stephanie. He doesn't like me.
Get him.
Got him. Woo! You're gonna take me for a little rodeo.
There we go.
Nice job, Stephanie. That's somebody's dream fish right there.
Oh yeah, look at this tarpon.
That is
So we can
sweet,
show
man.
them right there.
That's so cool.
It's a really nice sized tarpon.
That is a perfect size one right there. Let's keep him in the water, give him a nice revive.
Yep. You want to take that hook out?
Yeah. Well, I think it's so cool you're fighting them on our prototype rods. So we've been working on some fishing rods for a little while now, but it's nice to be able to check off the list on the prototype and
A tarpon.
just, yeah, being able to be in the 22 here and just being able to put something together like this.
Yeah.
That's so cool, man. Hey, good job.
Yep.
Way to go.
I'm
That was
done.
cool, man. Gotta love tarpon fishing. So we just pulled up here. We are at Tavernier Creek, and to be more specific, Cabaños on the creek, and we're gonna see if they're gonna cook up our snapper for us. But right here, we've been talking about this product for a little while now. These are the Waves RX dock lines. And this is actually a new color they just came out with, which is gray. And I told them,
It's you guys!
hey!
Watching you for like last 24 hours a day for last week. It's really good to see you.
Well, I appreciate that.
We're really obsessed with you guys, so.
Tell them to come out here, we'll meet him.
Next, we're gonna go to Made to Order because you guys went there.
That's awesome. That's so
What's your
cool.
My
name?
name's Lauren.
Lauren, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Oh,
you.
nice.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Aerial footage too. It's like so relaxing.
Oh,
I
thank
appreciate
you.
that. Yeah,
Are you
we'll
guys
see you guys
enjoying
in a
your
second.
We're
vacation?
having a great time. We're having a great time today. So.
Awesome.
We'll see you guys
You're
in a second.
welcome.
We're coming in
Hey,
there.
how are you?
Well, I just wanted to shake your hand.
Yeah,
of
of course.
I'm the film
Pleasure
Yeah.
to meet you.
It was nice
George,
meeting
it's a
you.
pleasure.
channel. I do my little things in the sandbar here and there, so
Okay.
Yeah.
throw in some.
Keep it easy, right? You know, you don't want to
Keep
put
it
too
easy.
much work into
Yeah,
it.
that's what it's all
work.
about.
I love you guys' video because you guys professional. Really
I
do.
Oh,
appreciate
thank you
that.
so much.
We got a good team. We work
Yeah.
together very well.
We
so.
do.
I'll tell Gus I saw you today.
Yeah.
Have a good time.
Thank
Nice
you.
Yeah, man.
Nice
It was a
meeting you
pleasure.
too. That was
Well,
great.
anyway, basically, we have so many gray boats today. And I told them, I was like, what do you think about bringing a gray dock line to the market for all of us gray boat owners out there? And sure enough, we got it right here. But they're super soft, very high quality dock lines. Definitely give them a shot, check them out. And you can never have too many dock lines on the boat. Whenever you get into a sketchy dock situation, it's better to have than not need.
Then need and not have.
Than need not have.
That's right.
See, that's why I bring her everywhere with me. So shout out to our friends Angel and Francesca. They actually bought us this fish scaler. You gotta be careful though, because it'll tear up your fingers if you get it caught in there. But we just turn it on. We're gonna scale up our fish. And it's as simple as that. This thing works really good. And then once we get done scaling the fish, we're gonna cut out its guts because we're actually gonna be eating the fish whole. So there's some of the sweetest people here, and they're nice enough to cook up Stephanie's beast of a mangrove snapper. But got it all scaled, gutted, ready to go.
Oh, she's gonna look for something to put it
Okay,
in.
gracias. You ought to taste good. From the mangroves to Tavernier Creek, the habanos.
Actually, Clay, you used to have your boat
Yeah,
here.
as a kid, this is where my dad used to leave his boat, was here at Tavernier Creek Marina. And I remember when that forklift would come around the corner, it was the most exciting thing in the world when our boat was sitting on it.
I guess you can't do this with like small fish. You have to do it with the big ones.
What are you trying to say?
That's a good thing I caught this fish. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and
Gotta
try.
get some onions on top too.
Yeah.
That is delicious. That's probably one of the best mangrove snappers I've ever had before.
Wow. This
I
is how
mean-
we need to do it.
I know, the fact that it's fried though, I mean anything fried tastes good.
Yeah, but it's so yummy. Like the skin, everything tastes good.
Yeah, that's what's cool about inshore fishing though, is like typically when you think of inshore fishing, you think of catch and release, but down here in the Keys, you can always count on the mangrove snappers when you catch the big ones too.
What do you mean? What do you know about catching the big ones?
I don't know much, but that's why we bring you. All I know is you catch them.
But it's just nice because we were able to pull in here, have some lunch. We got to finish this up, and then we're going to head to the sandbar and show you a few features this 22 Pathfinder has, and also enjoy the water because it is hot.
Stephanie likes this.
I love that.
What do you think?
I think that's amazing. That's where you'll find me. On the cushions.
We might have to get one of these on the 24 once we're done.
I could be out here all day if I stay in the shade.
All right. You're rolling on that one, right?
Man, this is comfortable. How fast can you go with them?
You can't run on plane, but it's perfect for the sandbar.
I have to say that Pathfinder did make adjustments on this boat, and I love it. The features they added to this boat specifically, like the shade and the cushions. I mean, that's something that Clay, we're gonna have to talk about later because I want one. I want some of the shade.
I do have to admit, the shade is a really, really nice feature. To be 100% specific on the boat, this is a 22 TRS. TRS stands for third row seating. As you can see, we have the first, second, and third row seating. But that's what's so cool about this boat is it converts. You know, it still drafts the same as it always does. It's amazing. Stephanie's just sitting in the water and this boat's floating with 2 live wells full right now. And most importantly, we gotta thank all of you guys, because if it weren't for you guys, we wouldn't be presented with fantastic opportunities like this to be able to borrow this boat, test it out for a little while. And then with that being said, thank you so much to Pathfinder for letting us get our hands on this thing and be some of the first people to really run this boat around and test it. So I think that that's really cool.
Yeah, I'd like to add, you know, I second that. You know, I really appreciate all of your guys' support. Every time that you just watch our video throughout the entire video, helps our duration, pushes us in the algorithm. So drop a comment, let us know your thoughts on this new boat, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Yep, appreciate you guys more than you know. Till then, see you next time.
Bye.